guess what? The field of 68 is almost set. College basketball teams around the country competing in conference tournaments as we speak, hoping to secure their spot or their seed for this year's NCAA tournament. To talk about all the March Madness ahead of Selection Sunday, Andy Katz joins me now. Andy, great to see you, man.
Good to see you.
What are some of the big headlines heading into today and, of course, the weekend?
Well, what's interesting is we kind of have already the 4 number 1 seeds set, which doesn't always happen at this point. Michigan, Duke, Arizona, Florida, likely the 4th number 1 out of the SEC over UConn, although that still could change and the 2 of them could flip. Some of the biggest news, though, is at the back part of the bracket. So much talk has been about Miami, Ohio, out of the Mid-American Conference, 31-0 heading into the MAC tournament. No team that has completed the regular season undefeated has ever been denied a bid to the NCAA tournament. Well, they got upset on Thursday in their conference tournament, losing to UMass. And so now they're 31-1. With the strength of schedule, it's 363. But I just cannot see Miami, Ohio being denied a bid after an unbelievable regular season, regardless of who they played. So the big question now is, A, will they get in, which they think they will, but will they be placed in Dayton on next Tuesday or Wednesday in the first 4? And, you know, if that happens, obviously they might have a home court advantage because they're nearby in Oxford, Ohio. But still, that'll be sort of the drama on the back part of the bracket, is what happens and what seed, if they do get in, which I think they will, for Miami, Ohio.
Let's talk about the number 1 seeds that you mentioned before, UConn, probably slipping to a 2 after that upset loss the other day. Now, let's say they win the Big East tournament. Let's say they beat St. John's in the Big East finals. Do you think is there any chance they could kind of slide up to a 1 seed, that final 1 seed?
Yes, I think a lot of it has to do with what Florida does in the SEC. If Florida loses on Friday, today, then I do think UConn can ascend back up to that 1 line. Regardless, I mean, I think there kind of are 5 number 1s. So the bigger question, if UConn is a 2, which one are they placed with? And if they are placed with Florida as the top 2 versus the last 1, then if we get that in the Elite 8, obviously it's a great matchup, a rematch of a second-round game from a year ago.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the hometown teams here. St. John's, aforementioned, again, playing well. How deep could you see them going?
Well, it's interesting, and I've covered a number of St. John's games for TNT this year. And, Rick Pitino doesn't think they're as good as they've been, but this unit tends to be a little bit more connected maybe than his previous 2 teams. And Zuby Ejiofor is sort of the epitome of a Rick Pitino player, developed over the last couple of years, became an all Big East player, Big East player of the year, Big East defensive player of the year. And sort of as Zuby goes, so does St. John's. And if they can get pretty good point guard play out of Dylan Darling, Ian Jackson, and if Dylan Mitchell can continue to be sort of that X factor, then I think St. John's has the personnel to get deep into March to an Elite 8. And then once you're there, who knows? You can certainly get to a Final 4 if you get to that last game before the Final 4.
They definitely do have that coaching advantage. And just to kind of slam the door shut on the Seton Hall fans out there that were hoping for a miracle in the Big East tournament, since they've already been bounced, they can pretty much slam the door on their chances, right?
Yeah, look, Seton Hall was sort of right on that edge. There was no question that, it was going to be difficult for the Pirates. I think they had to win it. They had to win the Big East tournament to get in because they had so many chances, to take out St. John's and UConn during the regular season that unless they win the Big East tournament, they were looking at a scenario where they just were too deep on that bubble list.
And let me ask you real quick before I let you go, for the casual fan out there that's going to be basically presented with brackets, they may like basketball, they may not know a thing about college basketball. What's your advice to those out there that are going to be presented with that, hey, you want to get into this bracket pool?
Well, to me, I think you at least have to always find 1-12-5. It always seems to happen, maybe 1-13-4, and don't be afraid to go chalk in the Final 4. I do think the best teams do rise up, but I think we're going to have a lot of upsets in the middle group.
Excellent.
Sort of the 4, 5, 6, 7 range.
Exactly. Those 5-12s, those are always good
Yes.
good upsets to pick when you're filling out brackets. Andy, thank you very much. I know you're covering the Big Ten tournament in Chicago today. You got a busy month ahead, but we thank you for taking a couple of moments for us this morning.
All right. Thank you.
All right, good to see you.